Good morning to you, and thanks for joining us here at 6:01. You're looking live right now at the scene of a semi-crash that's shutting down 35W northbound. This is near Lino Lakes. As you can see right now, crews are working to clean up a hazardous materials spill. We've got team coverage this morning tracking when that part of the interstate could be back open. It could be a few hours from now.
Yeah, let's get to Cece with a look at how it's impacting your morning commute, and it is certainly having an impact, Cece.
Yeah, it really is. Good morning. You can see the northbound lanes at 35W still closed between Lake Drive and that 35E 35 split there. You can see emergency vehicles still on scene here, and Minnesota State Patrol is saying that they'll probably stay that way. This stretch closed for a good portion of the morning. So if this is in your commute this morning, I would definitely try to do a workaround. Say you do want to stay on 35E in the next 30-40 minutes. I would hop off highway and get on Lake Drive to then maneuver back to 35 if you're headed toward the Forest Lake area. If you want to avoid this altogether, I would say 35E would be a pretty good alternate route for you. But I, again, will tell you when this opens back up. Just after 6:15, I'll have a wider look at the metro.
Yeah, I can already see that Gawker traffic starting to slow things down in the southbound lane. Cece, thanks. We'll check back soon.
Yeah, Michelle Beck has been on the scene for the last 90 minutes here. Michelle, what have you learned so far?
Well, Jason, Alicia, some good updates here. Just about 10 minutes ago, the public information officer with State Patrol tells me there are no injuries in this crash. State Patrol had previously reported in their crash reports or updates page that there had been injuries. So again, good news there. Nobody is injured. Take a look at what's behind me. A lot of the action from this long row of emergency vehicles has moved up towards the front, where we're seeing that tanker truck upright at this point. Shortly before 4 a.m., State Patrol reports that a semi hauling fuel had crashed, causing it to overturn and leak. And also, crews are actively working on cleaning up the spill at this time. You can see, again, all the action, even that one vehicle moving up towards that tanker truck there. A lot of the emergency lights blinking, and I will tell you that it really is quite strange to see 35W so busy on the southbound lanes and yet silent, empty, besides these emergency vehicles on the other side. And so you can assume that a lot of these investigators and cleanup crews, they are really working to do what they can to do this right and clean this area up for good, right, in the timeliest manner. And I can also tell you that right now, even though they are working to clean this up, there are no strange smells or sights. Again, it is dark, but no strange sights or smells as far as we can tell from our end. But we are also still working to see how the scene clears and when it'll clear. Obviously, commuters are expecting this to clear up sooner than later. Guys.
Michelle, thanks for that update. And we, of course, will continue to monitor the situation throughout the morning here on Sunrise, bringing you the latest on air and on KARE11.com and on our streaming app, KARE11 Plus. All right, 6:04 on this Friday. John, the weekend is upon us, and it's going to be one for the books because it's only going to go
downhill from here.
Down we go. I wrote a little blog earlier this week. I said I'm going to change my mentality to positivity. At least I'm going to speak positive about cold weather. You always want to play both sides of it, but last year was so brutal. No one got to ice fish. It was just, let's just bring it on. And it is going to be quiet through the weekend. I see a lot of people throwing tomatoes at their TV right now because clearly you have a tomato at 6 in the morning. First round of big time cold comes in here next week, a little after Thanksgiving. Next week is chilly, but it's not cold. Light snow chances are actually 3 of the 4 days next week have light snow on them, but they're very light, more flurries. 33 out the door as you get outside. Temperature's very nice here, middle 30s, pretty comfortable. Little cloud cover, still battling some of the clouds. It's so stubborn at this time of the year. Western Minnesota should see some more sunshine. Here in the Twin Cities, we'll only clear at around 4 or 5. Maybe we'll get some peaks of sun in there. Temperatures in the middle to upper 30s.
John, thank you. Our other big story this morning, the Thanksgiving travel rush already underway at MSP Airport.
Nearly 470,000 people are expected over the next 11 days. Audrey Russo is live at Terminal 2 this morning with a look at how things are right now. Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning, Jason and Alicia. Yeah, we're standing here at Terminal 2. This is the line to get into security. It's thinned out a little bit since 5 o'clock. We know that those earlier flights tend to be the ones that are very, very busy, so we've thinned out a little bit, but it is still pretty busy, and it's only going to get busier from this point on. And that's because MSP reps say that they believe the busiest travel day is going to be that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It traditionally is, followed by the Sunday after Thanksgiving. That's when you're going to see the most people here at the airport. Now, during the entire Thanksgiving travel period, from now until December 2nd, MSP is expecting 468,000 people to make their way through the airport. And for reference, that's like the entire city of Miami rolling in here with their suitcases and neck pillows, just trying to get where they're trying to go for the holidays. So in order to deal with some of that busyness, MSP is actually adding an additional pickup and drop-off location. It's in the purple parking ramp. It's very well marked. It's on the Skyway level, just to help filter people in and out a little bit more quickly. Now, coming up, we're going to be talking about a new piece of technology that one airline is debuting for the travel holiday season in order to bring a little bit of justice and a little bit of fairness back to the boarding process. So Jason, Alicia, I'll break that down in about a half hour, but for now, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Audrey Russo reporting live from MSP. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. Thank you so much. We are following some breaking news out of St. Paul. Police say they're searching for a suspect who shot a woman on the Green Line light rail train last night. They say it happened at the intersection of University and Western around 9:30. Police say the woman and the suspect were arguing when she was shot in the leg. She was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Green Line service is back and working this morning. Also happening right now, Minneapolis police are looking for the gunman who shot a man in the middle of Dinkytown. Police say it happened as students were heading to class yesterday morning after a possible drug deal. When officers arrived, they found a vehicle crashed into a fire hydrant. Police say at least 2 people were reportedly running from that scene. A man who police say is not a student was found shot nearby. He was taken to the hospital.
The results are in this morning. A hand recount will not change the outcome of the tightest legislative race here in Minnesota. Here's John Croman explaining how it all unfolded.
Here in Shakopee, a hand recount of 22,000 votes did not move the needle much in the tightest race in Minnesota. Incumbent Democrat Brad Tapke still holds a lead over his Republican challenger, Aaron Paul. That lead today extended from 14 votes to 15 votes. That's because in some cases, election judges had to decide the voters' intent when it came to ballots where the ovals weren't filled in correctly. Now, this thing may still end up in court because of a discrepancy over absentee ballots that were cast at Shakopee City Hall. The number of people who checked in to vote early absentee there is 20 higher than the number of ballots they collected there. And that mystery is still being investigated.
Time now, 6:09. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey is coming down hard on the controversial Labor Standards Board. In the last 24 hours, he vetoed it about a week after the city council approved it. They said it would give workers a stronger voice to create policies and make changes. Several unions and workers groups supported the idea, but business owners were strongly opposed, calling it unfair. The mayor said a board needs to be balanced and encouraged collaboration between workers and businesses.
If you have ground beef in your fridge or freezer, listen to this. An E. coli outbreak in Minnesota has triggered a major recall on the product. More than 167,000 pounds of beef are being pulled over possible E. coli contamination. The beef was sent from a Detroit packing company to restaurants all over the country and could be either fresh or frozen. Restaurants are urged to throw the products away.